Here we are at the end of my journey. If you're willing, please spare a few more minutes as I detail what hooked me and why I'm still here, because I ain't going anywhere. So I got to about my late 20s in game before I decided, you know what? I don't really feel like playing through A Realm Reborn anymore. So I grabbed my story skip, and then I grabbed the Dark Knight job potion, because when I saw that it was in game, I was under the assumption of, oh, will I be spending my HP to do stronger attacks and whatnot? That would be pretty neat. But no, I just, throw my MP all over the place, and that's fine and cool. However, when I told a friend of mine that I grabbed the Dark Knight potion, she said, "Have you heard of a guy named Larryzaur?" And I said, "Who?" And she said that, he makes all these funny Final Fantasy 14 videos and whatnot. I said, "Nah, I never heard of him. I'm still diving into Final Fantasy 14 culture." This was back in September, mind you. And she showed me his Dark Knight video, and I said, "Oh, I'll give it a watch." And the first 20 seconds had me laughing unexpectedly hard.
Dark Knight is a job attuned to the darkness within. Okay, I'm out of MP, but it's a really cool job. We do not ever want to have to use this. This combo right here is the aggro combo. And aggro combo means that somebody is being a little bitch.
That was honestly the funniest part of the video for me. It was a good laugh all the way through. And not saying that the rest of the video wasn't funny, but that part specifically right there had me dying in laughter, and my friends thought that something was wrong with me because I was hysterically laughing in the Discord call.
Now you may notice we're low on MP. Well, we got this button. And what this button does is tell the mob we want to get hit. We want to hurt me more, Snake. And then we get hit more and it starts giving us MP because of it. But this is a striking dummy. It cannot hit us back. It cannot give us MP. Hit me. Give me back MP. Yeah. Yeah, MP. Yeah. See? Hurt me more.
So after I watched that and, learned about how Dark Knight works in a joking fashion, then a lot of my friends who already played the game, some of them renewed their subscriptions, and others was like, "Yeah, let me show you how this works, let me show you how that works," and blah blah blah. And at first it was kind of a information overload, because I'm like, whoa, slow down. What's this mean? What's that mean? What's GCD mean? What's OGCD mean? What are you talking about? Slow your roll. But eventually it was broken down to me where I could understand. It was made to be easy. And then they started telling me how good Heaven's Ward is, the Warriors of Darkness story is. And I'm a sucker for Final Fantasy stories. So I was like, hey, if the story's good, hand it over. I'm here for it. Give it to me. Right now. So once all that was said and done, I started looking into other 14 creators. And I came across a name, GoldenTot. I was like, wait, I recognize this name. Where have I seen this name before? So I'm sitting here racking my brain, trying to go back through memory banks. I'm like, where have I seen this name before? And I recognize the hair color. And then I realized, oh yeah, this guy had an animation part in Maple Rush 4. I remember, it was really cool. It made me laugh a lot. And I was like, oh man, I wonder if he still has it up on his channel. Then I found it, then I watched him. Oh yeah, I know this guy. Just for this one video alone, but I still recognize the name. Assuming that you ever come across this video, this was, I think, the one animation in the entire Maple Rush 4 collab that I laughed the most at and that I actually rewatched numerous times because it was just so out there. And going back to the story for a moment, when I got to this particular scene in Heaven's Ward, if I remember correctly, I was shaking with excitement. I could barely form coherent words, and I remember all my friends going, "Man, it's so entertaining listening to his reactions to the story." And I was just like, "Oh man, I'm about to fight Nidhogg. Oh man, I'm about to fight Nidhogg. Guys, help me please fight Nidhogg. Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait to put him in the ground. Yeah, boy." And yeah, I was just on a non-stop hype train. And then when I did the actual fight, I was just like, I can't handle this much hype in my body. It's just not gonna work. The Warriors of Darkness story absolutely infuriated me in a good way. It was a kind of, I cannot wait to beat them and send them back to where they came, and they're like, I don't care, I want them gone. I cannot wait to actually fight them. And then I did. And oh man, it was so cool. This cutscene, the fight music, I love Final Fantasy stories, and it's moments like this that keep me hooked, that keep me going, that keeps me engaged. I love stuff like this in video games, and I'm so glad I decided to get into 14 and not skip cutscenes. I refused to skip any cutscenes when I was going through the story, and I'm so glad that I didn't. Oh, the Warriors of Darkness story was so freaking good. And speaking of things that are good, I remember when I watched my very first Nest video, and the first thing that went through my head after it was over was like, man, this is gold. I want to have moments like this with my friends when I eventually catch up in story and content and whatnot. And I did. And I laughed just as hard as I did when I watched that Nest video. And hoo boy, it's still one of my favorites. Probably about my top 3 favorites. And that's about it. The story kept me going. The friends, community, the culture, content creators, the streamers, all of that stuff played a huge part into me continuing to play this game. And I thank you for listening to my tale. And the last thing I have to say is I will see you all in Shadowbringers. Goodbye.